What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 18 Ultimate Team game. Today we are in the salary cap portion of Madden Ultimate Team. One of the requirements to do MUT Master this year is to win 10 salary cap games. So we're going to try to get that criteria knocked out as soon as possible. If you're unfamiliar with how salary cap works in Madden Ultimate Team, there is a certain budget on the amount of really good players you can put on your team. Otherwise, once you hit that budget, you got to start chopping down and putting some silvers and some low-end golds in your lineup. So we don't have all our best players on the field right now, and it is definitely showing up as Jermaine Gresham is on the run and going all the way to the 17-yard line. That completion, our opponent quickly in the red zone, but taking a big shot. Spencer Ware not able to get much second down. Dak a little bit uneasy in that pocket, still gets the pass off, but it's going to be 3rd down and 9. This is the spot we want him to be at, but he's gonna turn it upfield and get the first down with Justin Hunter on the little stick route. And the next play, he finds Jermaine Gresham in the end zone. So like I said, we don't have all our best players, so we have to go budget on some of these guys. We put a couple of rookies in the lineup, especially on the offensive end. You saw we have Christian McCaffrey as the running back. We have Evan Ingram at the tight end spot. Tyrod's the quarterback because Tyrod's got that mobility, and I really can't sacrifice mobility. I feel like it's just such a huge asset in the game. I don't want to bug you guys for putting Tyrod on the field all the time, but especially in salary cap mode, you know, he doesn't cost that many points. So even though he really has no throw power and no business making this pass, and we got very lucky that wasn't intercepted. Really don't know what I was trying to do right there, but we go to play another down, and on 3rd down, Tyrod using those legs and the juke, breaking the tackle. Tyrod Taylor, thankfully not fumbling and getting all the way to the 23-yard line. Next play. That is the problem with using Tyrod, of course. He's not the most accurate quarterback. But otherwise, you know, our offense not too bad. We got Chad Johnson. We got the Cole Cruz from Long Shot as our #1 wide receiver. That's kind of an experiment to see how he works out. 3rd down, Tyrod getting another first down using his legs. He is dominating the game, scrambling the football, so why not go back to it again? No QB contain, no quarterback spy. We're going to continue taking off, and in the next play, Christian McCaffrey caps off a pretty... Well, it wasn't the best drive we ever had. It was mainly dominated by Tyrod Taylor's legs, and normally your quarterback should be dominating with his arms. So we'll try to get that fixed up. In the meantime, we come on the field to play some defense, and just like that, we're gonna go off the field and go play some offense because this man put his hands in the cookie jar right away. He kind of got away with it, getting his touchdown pass. I kind of messed up with the users right there, but it wasn't happening again as Christian McCaffrey, open field, running away into the end zone. The Panthers rookie breaking tackles, making moves, and doubling or getting a touchdown for us to get us the lead. It was tied 7-7 beforehand. So that was really big right there. Just one play touchdown, one play interception. Changes the outlook of the game so much as he goes in the corner and gets intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey breaking the tackle, and Ramsey's got green grass ahead. And we are starting to take over this game up 21-7. I definitely lean more on getting better defensive players than offensive players. It's always my mentality in Madden when creating teams like this that I would rather have a good defense, and the offense, you just try to make it work. So we sacrifice a little bit on the offensive line. We, you know, sacrifice a little... I would say a little bit the receiver spot says that's almost intercepted. Defensively, you know, we don't have the greatest safeties, but I figured I could use one of those safeties. You saw we got the pick with TJ McDonald, so that's working out okay. We have Ramsey outside. We have Claiborne outside. We have Nigel Bradham in the middle. Bruce Irvin rushing the passer, so we definitely went heavy on that side of the football. And there's Ramsey again with the interception, and Jalen Ramsey is in the end zone, and Ramsey is outscoring the Cowboys by himself 14-7. For us, the score is 28-7, and we're starting to feel good about this one. Even though it's only midway in the second quarter, when it rains, it pours. TJ McDonald in the end zone on the pick 6. He did not learn his lesson, so we might as well just leave it. You're not going to learn your lesson. You really got no business being in the game. Don't put your hands in the cookie jar. We come into this game, and it looks like this guy's got a little bit of a better team than the last guy that we went against. He's got that 84 Marshall Faulk. He's got a John Abraham, and even though it's only 81 overall John Abraham, or it might be an 81 John Abraham, whatever it was, 84, 81. Those legend cards, they're pretty good. Falk is very elusive even on his low-end cards. Abraham's one of the faster defensive ends in the game, as that's picked off by Lardarius Webb, and Lardarius Webb, I should say. His name is whatever the name, I like his game. Getting a pick on the first play as Christian McCaffrey in open field, and McCaffrey is loose. He's looking like a star. He's only like a 76 overall or something like that, but he's got 85 speed, so he's one of the faster running backs in the game right now. So I figured, you know, he won't be able to truck anyways. I don't really need him for that. As long as he's got the speed to break off runs like that, that's all I need him to do. I wasn't asking him to be a world beater, and he's doing a lot better than I could have expected him to do. Breaking tackles, getting big plays, as here he comes with a big play of his own down the sidelines to the 16-yard line. He's got Andrew Luck at the quarterback position. That's probably one to power up Andrew Luck, since if you had a real Andrew Luck, it would be your best player on your team. And because it isn't the real Andrew Luck, that's going to get intercepted. Morris Claiborne, the New York Jet, getting that catch. And here's Christian McCaffrey with the juke moves, and McCaffrey, the stud out of Stanford. The Panthers get that guy. That's big things. So they get that guy for that offense with Cam Newton, with Kelvin Benjamin, with Greg Olsen. We don't have all those weapons right now, but we're making it work. We're finding Chad Johnson on the outside. That Chad Johnson you get from doing the long shot and playing through the long shot story mode. Same with the Cole Cruz that we got, as well as, you know, doing some of the story the ultimate team rewards as we run it with McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey is over 100 yards already. And as you couldn't tell, it's pretty much all in one running play. I'm just running this counter play right now. Like I said, I'm trying to get these 10 wins to get the requirement out for MUT Master. I really have no interest in playing salary cap. Other than that, it's always a fun mode to try out at the start of the year, but I really don't have too much interest in it, just because this is a cap mode. I'd rather play with, you know, some of the better players to show you guys. But I mean, we're doing pretty good in salary cap, man. I kind of like salary cap. Now, I don't like playing it too much, but I like the idea of, you know, building the best team possible to fit your style, to fit your needs, and it's always something cool to get into. So I think we built a pretty decent team, and right now the scoreboard says so as well. We were up 10-0 after taking that field goal. A little bit of a risky play right there with Tyrod Taylor, but we were able to not fumble the football and take our field goal right there. Really wish we could have capitalized and fully went in 14-0, but you know, all we got to do is play some defense, and we should be good. But he finds an open man through the seams. Martavis Bryant, touchdown, and that was big for him. He needed something to get back into this game, and a quick score. That is just what the doctor ordered. He nearly got it on that kick return with Deion Sanders. It looked like he tripped over his own man as McCaffrey trying to dominate, but looks like if it's not the counter play, it's not going to be a big play from McCaffrey. So we'll have to try to find something better to run. In the meantime, Tyrod Taylor is giving the ball back to the defense on that horrific pass. I really had no business throwing that pass up high there. First of all, to a tight end with like 60 speed, so I don't even know why I even thought about throwing that football. And then, you know, on the run, there's like 10 things wrong with that play, so that was really a bad turnover right there, and we'll try to make up for it on the defensive end by forcing the fumble on Luck, not even letting him get that first down. Then he fumbles the ball anyways. We recover it. That's a big turnover. We get the ball in good field position, trying to work that same counter play, but he's starting to lock it up, so we have to find other means on the offensive end to score. But John Abraham on third down, that last guy that we played against, I mentioned he didn't put any quarterback contains, didn't put quarterback spies. This guy was in the business of stopping Tyrod Taylor. He put a contain with John Abraham. I didn't really realize that, so I rolled outside, and that's what contains do. They contain, and we rightfully got sacked as he gets sacked right back from Bruce Irvin, dumping it down to Marshall Faulk, who is juking and making something out of nothing, getting it to the 30-yard line, making it a third down and short, stepping up, finding his man, Will Fuller, out of bounds at the 44. He still has a timeout and 42 seconds to work with here to try to get in the field goal range. And look at Jalen Ramsey walking offside. I don't know what Ramsey was doing on the play. It doesn't even matter because we give up an open pass, but all I did was press Ramsey at the line of scrimmage. I wanted him to press down on the receiver, and he just walked off sides. I don't know what that was all about, and I tried calling a timeout, and I couldn't even get that off. So, as a result of all of that madness, here he is at the 22-yard line using his final timeout. Definitely want to get a sack, and that's exactly what we get from Frank Clark. He does the smart thing here. Rather than trying to force anything, he's got a lot of time to bring out the field goal unit, kick this one up and in. It looked like he had Sebastian Janikowski, so he had the kicker to make that kick, which sometimes 39-yarder a little bit tough in this game as we try to get fancy right before halftime. Thankfully, we recovered that lateral attempt. That was kind of a goofy play as Christian McCaffrey breaking the tackle, and McCaffrey McCaffrey, the last play before halftime, tried to break it all the way. That would have been huge. That would have given us the lead, and we get ball coming out of half. Oh, man, that would have been a really lucky play, too. So, we find ourselves in a tie game, and we got to work for this one a little bit right here. It's not like the last game where our defense was getting pick sixes left and right. We got to make something happen on the offensive end at some point if we want to win this game. So far, so good. We can't run that same counter play with Christian McCaffrey 18 times because he's locked into that. So, we take the deep shot for John Ross and Tyrod Taylor, a man you will hear is often criticized for his accuracy in MUT. Threw probably the best pass I've ever seen a Tyrod Taylor throw this year. That was beautiful. If that was not a perfect pass, that's an incompletion or probably an interception. Thankfully, we got away with that. We had John Ross, the fastest player in Madden Ultimate Team with that 91 speed over the top. Got us the lead. Now it's third down. He's got to convert, and he's going to convert to Will Fuller on the post route. New set of downs. He's coming out in this split close right now, and it's really shredding us up. I'm really not liking him coming out in this formation. And for some reason, he goes out of it. It was working really well for him, so we decided to change it up, and it did not work. Here's Frank Clark with the sack. Now here he is in 5 wide, and Bruce Irvin unblocked off the edge. Huge sack. 4th down and 15 late in the third. Going for it. Andrew Luck is rocked. Frank Clark in there again. The pass rush just ended that drive. Also a little bit of good coverage defense, making him wait in that pocket is Tyrod Taylor, getting the first down and a gain of 20 yards on the ground right there. Oh, this time though, John Abraham able to get that sack. We don't have the best left tackle, so Abraham's kind of having his way. He has 3 sacks in this game, and that was nearly an interception. That was a bad throw. That was a really good overthrow by Tyrod Taylor because that was not the best read. That was a pretty decent read. The quarterback spy somehow jumped up like 10 yards in the air to swat that one as. That's good. That is thankfully good. Janikowski barely doinks that one through off the upright. The top of the upright and in. Oh, man. I was pretty lucky right there. I should have held the kicking meter down. I definitely could have made that pretty easily, but I didn't adjust the kicking meter and push it down, so we just got away with that one. We got the 2-possession lead, and sometimes, you know, you gotta get a little bit lucky in these kind of games, and we're doing a little bit of that right now. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. 2nd down and 14. He's trying to get back into this game with Sammy Coates. Big time gain. He needs a quick score, and he's working on it. Down the seams to Watkins again. 1st down and 10. Intercepted by Bradham. That's a backbreaker for him right there. We're at our own 1-yard line. Gotta make sure we don't get sacked or turn it over in this field position. Just gonna call some conservative plays. We go to the counter, and McCaffrey able to stretch it out with his legs, but that juke move prevents us from getting the 1st down. 3rd down and 1. Back to the counter, getting the first, breaking ankles, and down at the 25-yard line. We put on shoe clock. This guy showed no resistance. He did not call any of his timeouts, so we just continue feeding McCaffrey, and even if we don't get a 1st down right here, if he's not going to call his timeouts, the game is pretty much over, and Tyrod Taylor is going to be taken down. He still doesn't call his timeouts, even though John Abraham had 4 sacks in the other side of the field. We end up coming through with the victory. Couple of big plays in that game got us the win, mainly that John Ross bombed downfield. That was the go-ahead score, and Christian McCaffrey, for a goal player, really dominant, 177 yards on the ground. So he was definitely the real MVP of this game. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoy our little quest to try to get 10 salary cap wins, that's 2 quick ones on the board. Subscribe for more Madden 18 gameplays whenever you guys like, and I'll catch you guys next time. Look at that pass rush, though. Bruce Irvin and Frank Clark killed it.